Hello, dear cat lovers. Welcome to my channel. I am Mr.CatDoctor, a passionate cat lover and veterinarian who has been actively practicing clinical veterinary medicine for years and has dedicated most of his life to cats. Over the years, I have examined thousands of cats in my clinic and have repeatedly observed that most of their health problems actually stem from very simple everyday details. Today, we're going to talk about exactly such a little-known but extremely important topic: Whisker fatigue syndrome. Yes, you heard that right. Our cat's elegant whiskers can sometimes cause serious stress and discomfort while eating food or drinking water. In my clinical experience, this is a situation I encounter very frequently. Your cat stands in front of the food bowl for minutes, clearly hungry, yet takes only a few bites and walks away, or paws the food out onto the floor and eats it from there. Or it rarely approaches the water bowl and drinks far less than it needs. Many cat owners mistake this for loss of appetite or stubbornness, and unfortunately, the real cause is often overlooked. In this video, I will explain step by step what whisker fatigue syndrome actually is, how it shows itself in your cats, what serious health problems it can lead to in the long term, and most importantly, how you can solve it very simply. If you have a furry friend at home, this information can make their life much more comfortable and healthy. If you're ready, let's begin. Dear cat friends, now we've come to the heart of the matter. What is the real reason behind those strange behaviors you observe in your cats? Many cat owners who come to my clinic describe the same complaints. Doctor, my cat sits in front of the food bowl for minutes, stretches its nose toward the food but just won't eat. It's clearly hungry, takes a few bites, and then gives up. Or one I hear very often: it paws the food out of the bowl and eats it from the floor. Why does it do that? The water situation is no different. Many cats hardly ever approach their water bowl and drink far less than they need. At first glance, these behaviors can seem like stubbornness or picky eating. But in the years I've spent examining cats, I've seen that the real culprit is almost always the design of the food and water bowls. If the bowl you're using is deep and narrow, your cat's whiskers constantly rub and press against the sides with every bite of food or sip of water. Whiskers, known in veterinary terminology as vibrissae, are not ordinary hairs. They are extremely sensitive touch sensors with thousands of nerve endings at their roots. These nerve endings transmit even the slightest contact to the brain, and repeated rubbing creates significant discomfort, stress, and fatigue in your cat, just like when our finger keeps bumping into something and starts to throb and irritate us. As veterinarians, we call this condition whisker fatigue syndrome, or simply whisker stress. It is not a disease, but it is an important issue that directly affects your cat's daily comfort and ability to meet basic needs. In the long term, this stress can lead to insufficient nutrition and, especially, insufficient water intake. As we know, cats are naturally low water drinkers, and not getting enough water seriously threatens kidney health. One of the most common serious conditions I see in my clinical practice is chronic kidney failure, which unfortunately is a progressive disease in cats that is very difficult to reverse. A simple detail like whisker stress can indirectly increase this risk. Yes, let me emphasize again, whisker fatigue syndrome is not a disease. It is a completely preventable discomfort that directly affects our cat's daily comfort and eating/drinking habits. Now, let's look together at the symptoms I encounter most frequently. If you notice one or more of the following behaviors in your cat, you are very likely dealing with whisker stress. Your cat stands in front of the food bowl for minutes, stretches its nose forward, clearly hungry, but refuses to eat, and suddenly walks away, as if the bowl itself feels threatening. It paws the food out of the bowl, scatters it on the floor, and eats it from there. This behavior is so characteristic that the moment an owner describes it in my clinic, I immediately think, could it be the bowl? It only eats from the very center of the bowl and avoids the edges entirely, as if trying not to cross an invisible boundary. You may also see sudden irritability or aggressive behavior during meals. A normally calm cat may meow, flick its tail, or even lightly growl when approaching the bowl. And most importantly, your cat appears to have lost its appetite overall. But the problem isn't appetite, it's the shape of the bowl. If your cat shows any of these signs, please don't worry. This is a very common situation, and the solution is right at hand. If your cat is displaying one or more of the symptoms we just mentioned, the culprit is most likely the food bowl. And the good news is that fixing this problem is incredibly easy. The first recommendation I always give to resolve this issue is the same. Replace food and water bowls with wide and shallow ones. The diameter of the bowl should be large enough that when your cat puts its head in, its whiskers never touch the sides. The depth should be as minimal as possible. Ideally, no more than 2 to 3 centimeters. Which bowls should you choose? A flat plate or a wide ceramic chuck glass bowl is an excellent choice. I especially recommend ceramic and glass because plastic bowls can scratch over time, harbor bacteria in those scratches, absorb odors, and alter the taste of the food. In allergic or sensitive cats, plastic bowls can even cause hair loss, redness, irritation, and sores. There are also specially designed Whisker-friendly bowls on the market. These are made specifically to solve this exact problem. The same rule applies to water bowls. A wide water dish or an automatic water fountain can significantly increase water intake. Cats often enjoy drinking from fountains and consume more water. But don't forget to clean the filter regularly, because a dirty filter can breed bacteria and make your cat sick. After making the change, most cats show a noticeable difference within 1 to 2 days. They approach the bowl more eagerly, eat directly from it without scattering food, and drink more water. The feedback I get from owners who make this switch in my clinic is always the same. I wish I had done it sooner. Please replace deep and narrow bowls right away. It's a small change, but it makes a huge difference for your cat's long-term health. Dear cat lovers, as you can see, our cat's happiness and health truly lie in the small details. By recognizing and solving a simple issue like whisker fatigue, we can give our furry friends a much more comfortable and healthy life. Have you noticed these symptoms in your cat? What kind of difference did you see after changing the bowl? Please share your experiences with us in the comments. We love reading them and discussing together. Every comment is very valuable to us. If you found the video helpful, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. We'll be covering many more important topics about our cats together. Until the next video, take good care of yourselves and your furry friends.